Okay, so the trade war has begun. Mexico, Canada, China, all getting tariffs from the Trump administration, but the reciprocal tariffs coming in may not be what you think. How is this going to affect the cryptocurrency market? What have we got for you in this video that may well be coming very soon? And again, it's hard not to shout manipulation, but manipulation. I want to talk about it all in this video. So make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We talk about cryptocurrency every day, as well as my live streams, 4 p.m. Eastern. Don't miss them. Right, with that being said, let's get into this video. So for many of you that know, there was Trump imposed taxes or tariffs on Canada and Mexico. They actually went into effect yesterday. Now, Mexico's still yet to retaliate, but Canada have come out fighting. Ontario Premier Doug Ford cancels Elon Musk's Starlink, as well as, well, rumor mills are going around that US products are being removed from the shelves. The problem here is they've already paid for it. When it's in the country, it's there. But the reality is that this has started a trade war, and the equity market, as well as the crypto market, don't like it. All right, we're seeing massive capitulation. We're seeing huge sell-offs in the market as people just really don't know what's going on. The T word certainly does not align to bull market. But the key thing to remember here is it is not just crypto specific. We're seeing massive liquidations, huge dumps in the stock market, as well as the crypto market. Now, it all may play out into a very interesting theory, and this is aligned to the Fed rate cuts. Now, there's a lot of theories going around that Trump may be trying to dump the market. Why? Because this will force the Federal Reserve to reduce rates. That's just the reality. Cost of goods will go up, but this is an artificial increase. If you've got tariffs going on, for example, a $50,000 car going into the US from, let's say, Canada, all of a sudden with a 25% tariff off becomes $65,000. That's the reality of this. To the consumer, it costs more money. Therefore, the cost of goods goes up, but it's an artificial increase. Very interesting to think of that narrative. Now, how do I factually back that up? And we like to bring receipts here on the channel. Now, we've been covering the Fed rates. What are we going to see at the next potential Fed rate? Now, we've got one 19th of March. We'll be covering it here on the channel. There's not really much going to happen. I think that's fair to say. 95% saying that we'll stay the same. 5% saying we may even see a reduction. If you remember, we've been covering this for a while. July was allegedly the first time we would probably think about or even see a potential rate cut. If you remember the last time Jerome Powell spoke, he said, maybe not, we're probably not going to see rate cuts this year. Well, what's interesting is we've actually seen this move on May. So this is next month after March. And you can see now there is only about an 18% difference. This was hugely different the last time we looked. Go to June, people expect a rate cut in June. Now, this is a month earlier than what was previously thought. If we see these tariffs imposed, if we see the costs go up, we might even get a rate cut in May, stimulating the economy, putting more money back into people's pockets. It is, however, a very high risk strategy. We know that there is a definite recession risk. 42% now believe that we could see a recession, but it is very, very interesting. Traders are, however, betting big on the fact that tariff cuts will be removed. And this is where you kind of get into this crazy world of the old pump and dump, because there is a discussion, or certainly a conversation going on right now, that they believe Donald Trump may even remove these tariffs over the course of the next 24 hours. Howard Lutnick told Fox Business that President Trump is willing to meet in the middle on tariffs, but not eliminate them entirely. 70% chance that the trade war between Canada and the US will end by May, according to Polymarket's odds and statements from the Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick. The potential for negotiation hinted at by Mr. Lutnick seemed to calm both the general and the crypto markets, with Bitcoin therefore trading above 87,000. We also got that news that, Zelensky's ready to sign a minerals deal in the Ukraine as well. So this is all very interesting. And like we said, could all align to rate cuts. Deutsche Bank economic team did believe that we could see some forecasting and reductions. And the reality is that we probably would see a hawkish analyst, but that could concede in rate cuts by the end of 2025. So again, this absolutely aligns to the narrative that I think a lot of people believe, and is probably the underpinning that we're seeing with the Trump administration. Now, whether this happens or not is certainly a very interesting one. If you take a look at what's happening here with Bitcoin on the weekly chart, though, there is some very interesting stuff going on right now. You've got a very different dump all the way down here to the 50-day exponential moving average. And it is important to reference these numbers because this is a key level of support here on the weekly. Now, MACD is still trending negatively. RSI still in that oversold position. So again, there is some big catalysts potentially on the cards coming soon, aligning to a few key things. Watch out, this $100,000 price range This is where we've got some extreme volatility, lower end around 66,000, but the continuation of the trend line would be here around 76,000. Could this be what people talk about when they refer to things like the CME gap and also then the pivot that we bounce off? It's going to be very interesting. We have seen this play out over the course of the previous bull markets as well, where we see this kind of initial dump on the back of this big push, and then we rally once again, assuming, by the way, that we've already had this first top. So right now, definitely some consolidation, but it's definitely going to be interesting to watch. Loads of people, I think, are really nervous about the markets. Maybe people not choosing to understand what's going on. But the reality here is an artificial increased inflation that could then generate rate cuts 2 months before was allegedly supported could mean very bullish news for risk on assets such as Bitcoin and the rest of the cryptocurrency market. So let me know what you think. Do you think this is a good idea, or do you think it's a bad idea? Do you support the tariffs or not? Let me know in the comments. And as always, we bring you the latest and greatest in cryptocurrency. All you need to do, hit the subscribe button and share this video far and wide. Smash up that like button, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.